car. I'll just break away from that for a moment because we now have potential drama for another Porsche, the 184 car, which is spewing fluid, it looks like, from the front left. Is the tyre also going on in GT4 as well? Because there's now a BMW M4 out front in that division for Michael Schrei, car number 87, who has regularly run with Hoffa Racing in the past. Then the 70s
in that area so that the drivers can slow down in advances. Maro Engel has to go 2 wheels on the grass going down the Vauxhall. That's one of the fastest parts on the circuit to get past the BMW 3 Series. And goodness me, that was a close one. Raffaele Marciello falling behind, and a huge kick of dust thrown up by Engel's Mercedes, and his colleague Marciello's going, watch the paint job. Watch the paint.
So the exact position. Mercedes on the dirt there as well for Raffaele Marciello, really furthering your point there, P-Mac, in the 240i Racing Cup division. But he rather got, it was a pincer movement for Maro Engel, had to get out of the power. And I wondered why Raffaele Marciello had basically shortcut that second part of the Yokar Armour S. Maro Engel pops out then on his right shoulder, and the two of them drag racing their way down to the left and the right-hander at Goodyear Spanger. Marciello just about wins in that battle, but what about the flip of the tail from the Mercedes as he managed to squirrel his way through?
Surely we've done enough, haven't we?
No. Marco is immediately the Ab Sportline Lamborghini limping in, presumably the puncture. Marco Mappelli handed over to Kelvin van der Linde, and it has got a long way to go. Left rear puncture. So absolutely beguiling, but they had gone so well. But this is typical of what you get in the Nürburgring 24 hours.
You heard the voice there of Peter Snowden, who's joined us as well. Pretty hectic start as we expected. The drivers have had to be on their mettle, and not what you want. Abt are a very good team, very experienced team.
The supreme stint leading this race, and it's another feather in his cap. But traffic is there all the time. Klaus Bachler, among many of the drivers, just getting knitted in. And where you back off for a nanosecond in this class, you're going to be passed by those behind, passed, and then hit up the derriere.
Schumacher S's on the Grand Prix track, I think, and he got hit by a slow car that he was passing, and one of the Cup class Porsches, I think, that also went around there. In fact, no, is it one of the GR Supras? It is.
Everybody else, but it's now the collateral damage he's got to avoid of that tyre flailing around. What he really needs to happen now, actually, is that carcass to fail completely and discard itself of the rim and get rid of it, and then that's not flooding around. The wheel will stay intact then. Need that rubber out of the way.
Kevin Estre coming ours, and Kevin Estre's had another drama, as he drafting up behind the #1 Audi a few moments ago with Nicodrudi behind the wheel. That was brave. Going round the outside, coming up into Tiergarten.
Why are you sounding surprised at Kevin Estre being brave? Sorry,
well, that
no
is
disrespect, John, but
fair point, well made.
It's what he does.
Early part of the race, Patrick Niederhauser just losing a position as well, going into turn 1 a minute or two ago. Just gone out and had a short pit. Less than the 30 seconds, I suspect. No, I suspect not. It tends to be a minute plus. What they'll say is they'll take the time you're short and they'll times it by a multiplier. And they also might ask you to come and do that straight away rather than add it on to your next pit stop. Let's take a look. Oh, hello. Jamie Whitcup meeting Mercedes-AMG Top Dogs this weekend since Stephen Oppert. Can anyone at the ring find out if there are plans for Triple Eights to enter this race next year in the future? I don't know, but shall we start the rumour now?
It's out the bag, John. It's out the bag.
I think
What's also out the bag is Kevin Estre. He just picked off another place. He's moved up past.
Oh, no, just spun it. Estre's gone round.
He's hit the wall. He's tailed into the wall.
He hasn't, no, the walls are tight. The rear wings are okay, but he has had a rotation at Tiergarten there, and it's...
he had just passed Ferrari number 20, a WTM by Rinaldi, but Kevin is sitting there. He's flicking the paddles, trying to get going again. He has got it going. He kicks the tail around. He was facing 180 degrees away from where he should have been.
The 4.2 flat 6 will not breathe properly. He's cleared the two cars quite easily and comes into the final corner, hits the curb with the right front, but I reckon Snowy has absolutely nailed that. I think that tyre must have been going down. It's the loaded tyre, the working tyre, as he turns in there, Peter.
Yeah.
Yes, he did hit the curb with the right front, but not enough to spin him around.
What I would explain